Hi guys, it's Danny from the ScrapFx design team for July 2021. Today I've got a little project using some tags and I'm going to make some gift cards out of them. Something a little different. So here I've got the circular stencil from ScrapFx and I'm just tracing out some circle shapes onto some watercolour cardstock. I've been heavily influenced with all the fodder challenges that have been happening at the moment, and just seeing lots of people doing some amazing stuff, making little elements that they can stick to their art journal pages and to their mixed media work. So this is one that I've seen quite often, just little watercolour circles basically that are cut out and made into collage fodder. So I thought I would try a few of these to add to my project today. So I'm just using watercolour paints and picking a few similar colours to the designs that I'm going to use. I've got Michelle Logan's Luminous Lovelies as my focal point, and so I've picked some colours from those and I'm just using the watercolours and basically making those little circles that you're seeing. So these are the 3 tags. These are just tags from my stash, and I'm collaging old book paper to them. This is just some brown paper from some packaging and some music sheets. And I'm going to use the latest release Loopy script, I think this is. That's a Ricepaper from ScrapFx. And these are just little scraps of gel prints left over in my stash as well. So just adding pops of colour, and again I'm just taking hints of colours from Michelle Logan's collage Luminous Lovelies, and just using those pops of colours to include into the actual tags. So here I'm using a few of the ScrapFx stencils. This one is circular short, this one's ripples, and the first one I used was the chicken wire or honeycomb patchwork, I think it is actually. I'm using the chicken wire stamp set, collage dots, and obviously my favourite seaweed. And this is number crunch. So just popping a little bit of colour and background onto those tags. I'm just edging that around now with a little bit of blue paint. And of course a little bit of fluoro splatter. Back to those collage circles, the little watercolour circles, I'm just fussy cutting those out and having they dried up really nicely. So this is Michelle Logan's Luminous Lovelies, the collage papers, and I'm just fussy cutting those out. I'm going to use all 3 ladies from that one sheet. And I'm just edging that with some black ink, so I'm just I don't have that white cut edge. This stamp set is also ScrapFx. It's a fern leaf, I'm sorry, and these ones are the fronds. So that comes in small, medium and large, and I'm just stamping them out with archival ink onto book paper. And again, this is sort of heavily influenced from the collage fodder that I've been seeing all over Instagram. So I'm just assembling my ladies onto the tags, just sort of working out what I need, just sort of placing them on top and auditioning them on the tags before I glue them down. So once I'm happy with the way I've arranged them, I'm just going to glue them down with my fine line glue there. Now, the idea of these tags actually came from a good friend of mine, Jennifer Cooper from Crafters Cupboard. She always sends me beautiful cards for my birthday, and then usually a tag card. And so this is sort of my little spin of her designs. So just gluing down those fern fronds and the fronds. And now I'm just cutting out the sayings from that collage sheet as well, from Michelle Logan's collage sheet. Using a little bit of fluoro cotton, just to give a little bit more extra elements and a bit of texture to the tag, and just pulling that thread off and gluing that down with some matte medium, which will dry nice and clear. Just drying those off, just being careful not to melt the thread because obviously it's nylon. And I'm just inking my little quotes. And I've used the similar colours to my circles, just so it's got a pop of colour, similar to what's up halfway up the tag, and then I've got the blue sort of on the edging, and the orange and the pink as well. So just incorporating those colours throughout the whole tag. And again, just gluing them into position. So these would be great just to stick into your art journal as they are. But we're going to now turn these into gift cards. So this is an easel stand, which is, I'm not sure that it's actually available anymore, but I've had this for a long time in my stash. And I've just die cut 3 easels out, so I'm just folding them on their little score lines and pushing out the little easel part. And I'm using a tag here to trace out, and I'm just going to use some brown cardstock to cover my mechanics on the back side of the card, and also have an area that I can write my greeting on the back. So just really tidying up the back of the cards. And I'm going to glue that down onto each card. And that would just give me a nice surface to glue the easel onto, and also be able to write to whoever I may send these cards to. Trimming off any excess there. Careful not to cut off any of the overlapping elements that are hanging off the tag. And now I'm just placing the easel on the back, so I'm just going to glue that down as well. And simply like that, that's how you get a little greeting card from a tag. How cute are these? Such a quick and easy little craft project to do, especially during our lockdown here in Melbourne. And they're so bright and colourful. So I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And I'd love to see what you do with these, so make sure you get onto the ScrapFx Facebook page and show us your little versions of these card tags. Thanks so much for watching.